All right, hopefully we're on. Greetings, woodworking fans. Welcome to the Daddy Warcrimes channel. And we're making the ugly bookshelf again today because that's the only way we'll ever have any peace around here. So if we get that finished. All right, so last stream we went ahead and cut these guys right here. These are the shelves, which are 2x4s laminated on the wings with 2x4s. I think that's how it works. So now we have to go through the plans, and the plans call for 5 shelves, and we're doing 6. So we're going to have to adjust the spacing a bit. All right. So, we've got, supposed to be 10 and a half, 19. Okay, so that's for the dowel holes. Okay, well let's think about this. These are our uprights here. And they're 70 something inches. 79 and a half inches. So we need to figure out a way to divide those so that there are 6 shelves. Okay, so we start at 0 and we eliminate that first shelf. So 79, so we'll do 80 and then divide it by, if we do 80 divided by 4, that is 20 inches. Roughly speaking. And Mustache is not cooperating with me today. It's kind of got some stray hairs, unfortunately, frozen out. So 0, 0, 20, 40, 60, 0, 20, 40, 60, 80. Okay, so that's not going to work. That was noisy. So this is why you don't, if you're going by plans, you shouldn't actually stray from the plans and get really, really confused by the goings on. Which is why, generally speaking, I don't like to go off of plans. Okay, so if we do 15 instead of 20, so we got 0, 15, 30, 45, 60, and 75. Okay, so the top shelf is going to be a bit taller, or we can make the bottom shelf a bit taller. I think I like that plan better. So the heavier books go on the bottom, lighter books go on the top, so we'll do 15-inch spacing, give or take, and the remainder will be at the bottom. So let's mark a shelf. Or mark one of these 2x's. So 15 and 30 and 45 then 60 then what would have been 75, and so yeah, just another 4 inches there. Now I wonder if we can get these a little bit lined up and maybe just do do one mark all the way across. Think that's going to be possible? Let's get the big square out. So then we got 30 around here somewhere. I lost my mark. There it is. It's hiding. Alright, so those are some really basic marks. Hopefully we can figure out what to do from there. Now, the next thing I need to do is we've got some dowels that we just purchased, and I was supposed to do a 1/2-inch dowel. They don't have 1/2-inch dowels, so we're doing 5/8-inch dowels, which would probably be a little bit nicer. But we need to find ourselves an appropriate sized bit for these. So we'll get out the bits. And see if we can't find something that's approximately 5/8. Not that guy. You know, let's get out our calipers, because that's going to make things a little bit easier, I do believe. Still not all that comfortable with the bit numbering system for these augers. Nope. No. 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 Oh, that should do us. All right, so in the vise with you. And you never just trust your measurements, so always check the fit with the actual workpiece. And my bits are still quite a bit disorganized. I mean, I've pretty much just bought out the entire store of every single suitable bit they had, and tossed them in a box. And in the box they have remained. Alright. Blow out, but that's okay. And that's a lovely fit, I would say. Alright, so there's my auger. You can keep that handy for later on. This is why you keep scrap wood, in order to test the fit of your drills, of your drilling, boring, all that. Alright, how do I want to attack this now? Well, those shelves are going to be wide enough that I should be able to fit that brace in there and still get the board from both sides. So I can assemble the shelves first, and I do believe they're wanting me to do pocket screws to hold the shelves up. Yep. Alright, let's find the pocket hole jig. Something I thought I might never say. It's in there somewhere in the dark depths of the garage. Alright, here's the jig. And now I need the bit. Maybe. Okay. Perhaps it's on one of the drills. And that's a nope on the drills. Okay. Well, folks, this is a little bit disappointing, unfortunately. So I do need the pocket hole drill bit and the pocket hole screwdriver bit in order to use that pocket hole jig. Where else could it possibly be? Okay, well, I am partially stumped and not really sure how to proceed, so all right, see if we got any other screws we can use. Got some drywall screws here. These are 1 5/8 inch. That's probably not going to suffice. Got some nails, some finishing nails. What's this? Aha! Okay. That's what I was looking for. let's have a look at these screws. These screws have square heads. That means my Phillips bits are not going to work for it. What have we got in here? I've got plugs. And I've got drill bits. Which are not suitable, sir. Maybe, if there's one in here. How do I open this dang thing? Okay. No screw bit in here. All right, look back over. So I've got this largest box of random bits. So maybe something suitable in here. Okay, that's the one. Not that. Let's, okay, so I got my impact driver here. Yeah, I think I'm going to use this guy. Okay, so impact driver, drive the pocket screws, and one of these little drills. And that will drive the drill bit. Put this guy away before I lose it again. Now, I've actually never done pocket screws before, so this will be an adventure for both of us. And so what I'll need to do is do the pocket holes on the shelves first. And then I just screw them into the uprights, I believe is how this is going to work. So actually, let's go back over to the bench, get myself a nice work surface. And we can start boring some holes. I think anyway. Be quite honest, this method of construction is completely throwing me for a loop. so here's my piece. These are, what's this supposed to be in actuality? 1.5 inches. Okay, so I guess it's the shoulder is what you measure to. By the way, I'm pretty sure this is set up for 3/4 stock. So I need to adjust this for 1.5 inch stock. So it's 1 1/4, 1.5. And you know what? Since I've got plenty of scrap, let's just do ourselves a test kit. Okay, well, I found plastic, so obviously that's not how I want to measure this. Let's reset this and maybe try again. So obviously I don't want to measure to the shoulder. Shoulder's not what we're measuring to. So I'll go ahead and measure to the tip of the drill bit. Maybe that will do us a little bit better. Nothing blue came out, that's a good sign. And just poking through the end, which you probably can't see. But, right there's our exit hole. So I think that's about right. That's where we want to be. All right, so we want all the screws to be on the bottom of the shelf, which means now we need to pick which side's the bottom and which side's the top. I think this should be the bottom. I like the other side better. It's prettier. You should be able to just clamp this guy here, make sure it's straight on and plumb and all that. And of course I won't be able to work around the hold fast. There we go. I get some positive clamping pressure on there. All right, set this guy aside, move on to the next. Don't worry, dear viewers, we've only got 6 of these to go, so it'll take a long time. All right. Just gonna go ahead and put some stuff aside. Starting to see why people build bigger benches. This side will be the bottom. I'll do my next bench about 7 feet wide and about 3 feet deep with a tool well, I think. That's what it's looking like right now. I wonder what this does. Got a little brass knobby here for some reason. Seems to adjust the positioning of the holes. I could mess with that, but I don't think I really want to at the moment because this seems to be working. We did save quite a bit on pocket holes by gluing up this lamination rather than doing pocket holes as the plan called for. So we got a lot more screws left over for other purposes. You're not clamping. Why not? There we go. Sawdust, just a little bit of sawdust can ruin up your whole day. Put indentations in your workpiece and prevent your clamps from clamping. Auger bits are gonna move. Don't worry about knocking those over. An errant staple. We cannot have these. Okay. That's not bad. That's ugly. Okay, so because of this knot, this piece will go on the bottom. It's not so much that it's ugly as it is that you can't really get knots like that as smooth, so you could possibly damage the books that we're going to be storing on this, and you're going to have a lot more sap coming out of there too. Guess we could get a little bit of an angle as to what's actually going on here. Well, I have this close-up camera in the first place, right? So we can actually see the work that's going on, not just my lovely face. That's what that camera over there is for. All that, and to give you a more overall view of what's going on in the shop. Halfway done. With these pocket holes anyway. Pretty tight on this side. Even better on this side. Okay, so that's my top, that's my bottom. Now I do have quite a bit of ledge right here where the laminate is meeting up. So I've got maybe 1/8 of an inch of elevation difference. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that just yet. I mean, I could plane that out. That would take some time. Could maybe just count on the sander to take it down. Who's up next? Got everything in the way of everything. Don't care much for that knot or that knot. Also don't care for this knot. I think I'll do this side as the bottom. Probably should have paid more attention when I was gluing these up to try and get all the bad knots on the same side, but I didn't. Seems to be a little bit looser than it was before. Don't know if the board thickness has changed or if it's actually loosened itself. Last one. Last one, I promise. I tell you what, pocket holes are just not fun for me. This is kind of just a little bit boring if I can be honest. Scrape that off later. Okay, we've got big gap in that side. We got knots in this side and a gap in this side. I'll go like this. This will be the bottom. Should be more careful. That drill bit's hot. Just felt it brush up against my arm. Everyone always worries about cutting yourself with the cutting instruments. But you do also have to worry about burning yourself with them. Especially with the power tools, because they can generate a ton of friction. Alright, so we've got those. And I suppose the next step is going to be actually attaching them to those boards. Let's see how we're going to manage that. I've got 2 shelves here already. Let's get my teleprompter situated here. Okay, so I think the first thing I'll do is I'll take these 2 boards away. Alright, now I can just work with these 2 for the time being. Alright. That's going to be a little too long. And this might be a bit too unstable. Well, we gotta start somewhere, right? Actually, for now, you stay there. I'm gonna find some of my 90-degree clamps. I know I've got them around here somewhere. Here we go. So maybe I can hold it in place temporarily. These clamps, and then once I get the screws in, they'll be a little bit more permanent. And I'm pretty sure this is set up for about 3/4 material. Okay, pencil line is going to line up at the top of the shelf, not the bottom of the shelf. Alright, just doing one for now. be able to actually get this on here. Without it interfering with the screws. But this way, that's in the way, and that would be in the way. These just aren't going to work at all. Okay, plan B. I don't even remember what plan A was. This is not smart. But Chad, you leave me no other choice because I don't have any other guidance. There's one. And there's two. All right. That should hold long enough. So long as I don't put any undue pressure on it. I don't know what I'm stepping on over there. It's probably not supposed to be stepped on. All right, there's a shelf. Want to try our luck? See if we can't get another one on. Line goes on top, right? For the sake of consistency. And there goes my bit. I'm fairly confident there was supposed to be a driver bit that was specific to this jig and these screws. It's not with the other stuff that goes with these pocket screws, so I'm left to this. I'm over on this side. Come on. We still have more work to do. You can't hide out in there. All right, 2 shelves. And for the sake of stability, the wise thing would be to move out these sawhorses. Let's grab another shelf. I really don't like the direction this is going. How many choices do we have? All right, that's 3 shelves. I gotta check something here. This just is bothering me just a little bit. Well, I guess that's not going to tell me anything. So never mind. Just pretend I didn't do that. This one's going to go right up to the top. And I probably should be concerned about which of these is going to be the front of the bookcase, which of these is going to be the back, so this side or that side, but I'm not, so looks like I'm just not going to be. Come on, bit. There we go. I really wish I knew where the proper bit was. Come on, out of there. Nothing but trouble. Got out of sorts there. Back online, you. All right, one more shelf. We can move on to other things. Not necessarily better things, but other things. This shelf is ridiculous. And for some reason, well, this thing has been pretty much, these uprights have been pretty much parallel for the entirety of this process. They now want to splay down at the bottom here just a little bit. Got approximately a 1/4 inch gap. And it's dark over here, otherwise I'd show you. Come on, you. This one's being quite a bit of trouble. Can't quite keep it lined up with the base. Ooh. That might not work at all. Okay, but I think first thing I need to do is get a clamp, see if we can't get these a little bit better aligned. Persuader out. Not magnetic. All right. Let's start on the upper half. Where are my lines? That seems to be about right. Uh-oh. So yeah, this is evidently what I've been doing this whole time around. Putting the screws all the way through. This is just not my day. All right. Man, oh man. Okay. I don't know, chat. What do you think? Take the screws out, chop them off. Well, chopping them off is not really going to be an option, is it? Now we're protruding a full ½ inch out the other side. Oh man, oh man. This is one of the reasons I don't like using screws. They're terrible, terrible devices. All right, think. What can we do? What can we do? Ah, that's what this is for. So it was set to 3/4 inch thickness. When it probably should have been set to 1.5 inches. And other than taking it all apart and reboring all those pocket holes, which I don't even think would necessarily solve the problem, I'm more or less stumped for what to go about doing next. Alright, so rather than bore you with me moping around here trying to console myself over my own mistakes, I'm just going to go ahead and end this stream and maybe come back to this Thursday. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Well, thanks for joining me in this horrible, atrocious, ugly bookshelf build. I'm sorry it resulted in such a terrible, terrible display, but that's what it is. Sometimes you work at stuff and you screw it up. But again, there's a reason I don't like pocket screws. There's definitely a reason I don't like pocket screws. So follow me if you're not already followed. I'm on Twitch, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram. And viewer number 2, whoever you are, sorry you're joining me as I am shutting down because I suck at this. Yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great day.